That's a hard act to follow. I'm Mariyana Spyropoulos, and I am the endorsed candidate for clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County. I am not one of the judicial candidates, but the clerk's office does work very closely with the judges and the attorneys in the court system. And if you're still not sure what this is about, the clerk's office was run for 20 years by Dorothy Brown, and she retired from that office. So, what makes me qualified for running for this job? I've been an attorney for 25 years, starting my career as a prosecutor in a couple of divisions and ending in juvenile. And then I have been an elected official at the Water Reclamation District. You may have heard my name. I've been there for 13 years, serving as president for 2 terms, as well as chairman of finance. It's a $1 billion agency, 2,000 employees. We treat wastewater and manage stormwater, and we're a countywide agency. We've always had a balanced budget, AAA bond rating. It's a well-run agency, and I'll take a little bit of credit for that. So combining my legal career and my understanding of government, I'm qualified to run this office, which is the record keeper for the court system. The record keeper that can have a real impact on people. It's not just filing paper. You need to make sure that when those documents are filed, they're in the right courtroom at the right time, at the right place. And so, like I said, I'm bringing my legal career, my government experience. I've been endorsed by the Cook County Democratic Party, and I have a plan for the office. And I'm not the incumbent, I'm running against the incumbent, but let me give you a little bit of information about what's going on in that office, which is why we need change. In May of last year, WBEZ did a story. When you go through the restorative justice program and you satisfy the requirements of that program, you get the felonies taken off of your record for low-level felonies. Many people were not having those felonies removed, and as you know, they can have a real impact on people, losing their jobs, affecting a lot of other things in your life, your inability to provide for your families. So it's not just that, it affected many people. But when it was pointed out to the clerk's office, they pointed their finger to the chief judge and said it's the chief judge's job to take care of that. And that's not true. It's the clerk's office that's supposed to do that. So if you're running for leadership, you need to take responsibility. And when a problem is pointed out, you need to come up with a solution and sit down with the stakeholders. So there's number 1. Number 2, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of child support payments that are filtered through the clerk's office that need to be distributed to custodial parents. And that's not being done because they're having computer issues. The third thing was recently CBS did a story about an individual that had been convicted wrongfully. And when new evidence came up, he then got his release after a couple of decades, and he got a certificate of innocence from the Supreme Court. He moved to Wisconsin to start a new life. But the felony wasn't taken off of his record.
Shame.
And when that was brought up to the attention of the clerk's office, they again said, that's not our responsibility. And that's not true. That's not justice. So what we want to do, again, is combine my legal understanding, my understanding of government, and make this office work. First, bring an independent inspector general, another set of eyes that doesn't report to the boss, someone who's independent so that people, when they have concerns, they can bring those concerns to the independent inspector general. Number 2, make the technology work. If you are someone who represents yourself, the only way for you to find out when your court date is to find out from the website that's run by the clerk's office. And when that crashes, which it has a few times, you don't know when your next court date is. So we need to make the technology work. You should be able to use your phone to find out when your next court date is. There's a lot of other things that fall under the technology category, but I don't want to stand here all day.
You sound real good right now.
Thank you. And number 3, we want to bring the court system to communities. So many people can't take a day off of work or find childcare to be able to run to the courthouse and file their paperwork. We're going to work with community groups and pro bono legal clinics to help people file that paperwork so that they can get on the road to justice and access what they need. So those are three things that we're going to start off with. There's a lot of other things that I'm happy to talk about in the interview that we're going to have a little later, in addition to my astrological sign. And but in all seriousness, this is a very important office that affects people's lives in a real way. I want to bring that to communities, and I want to work with community groups to make sure that the clerk's office works for everybody. My name is Mariyana Spyropoulos. My punch number is 92. You know what to do, punch 92. And I'm looking forward to talking with these two gentlemen about whatever they want to talk about. So thank you so much.
Are you a clerk right now?
I'm sorry?
Are you a clerk?
No, so currently I'm a commissioner at the Water Reclamation District, and I'm running for clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County.
So you're running the bill.
I'm endorsed by the Cook County Democratic Party, the labor unions. There's a union, the Teamsters 700, represents 3/4 of the employees in that office. They're not endorsing the incumbent. They're endorsing me because they don't have any confidence in what she's doing in the office right now. Yeah.